bond between the canine handler and the dog becomes very, very close. They work together every day over years and years of the canine's career. And then when the canine's retired, such as Jack, then one of our detectives took him into their home and keep him, and then they build a bond also. So it's hard on the families, it's hard on the... when there's an altercation, a canine is a force multiplier that makes sure our officers stay safe. As much danger as our officers face every day. Jack was in service, I believe, just over 8 years. So they have a full career with the officer and the handler, and they become as close as any partners. And when it's better for the dog, then that's when you see the ceremony you just saw that is taking place right now takes place. You have officers, canine officers from all over the area, both sides of the river, that understand how important this is and that we show their proper respect.
Detail, hand on, forward, off.
I helped train this dog with the first handler, and that's Sean. I was that guy in the bite suit and laying the tracks and everything else. So you always see the dog progress, and that's what makes it exciting. You see the dog get better, and then his first apprehension is always awesome. To Ondor, my last words to you is to run fast.
In the world of police work, the canine is recognized as a valuable asset for those who work with and alongside of them, as they possess both tangible and intangible qualities. And as in Barney's case, some are trained and skilled in locating hazardous substances. such as illicit narcotics. But there's much more to having a canine on a police department than just finding things. They become part of your department family. No more or no less than any other member of the department. But his greatest loyalty and devotion was to his faithful partner, Officer Henry Betts. Henry and Barney had a very special relationship. They were inseparable, and they had a solid bond between them, what was obvious every time that you saw them, regardless of whether they were playing or working. I know that Barney was a loving member of Henry's family, and that his family, like our family here, cherished the times they had with him.
I don't believe Barney could ever be replaced. Our best hope is he can only be matched. When you get home today, if you have a pet, spend a little extra time with them. If you've lost a pet, think of them. Do this for Barney.
Yeah, there's a very large bond between canine handlers across the upstate because they train together on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. They came out to show support after they found out that Officer Loftus' canine partner Nemo was going to be euthanized this morning. He was battling cancer. The cancer returned, and it was more aggressive than it was the first time. And he made the decision to have him euthanized so he wouldn't suffer any longer. He was a very large asset. I believe he gave us approximately 6 years of service. Officer Loftus actually brought Nemo to the police department. He's made many arrests, and I believe the seizures that he has made total over $1 million. The canine units are extremely important. For one, for the public safety, they help us detect crime. They help us detect suspects who are fleeing. They locate drugs, and they locate criminal activity in general. They keep the people safe. They keep their handlers safe. And they actually, instead of maybe having to use deadly force on a suspect in a crime, if we send a dog in there, it actually keeps the suspect safer. So they're extremely important to the citizens, the police department, and public safety in general.